everybody. Whoopsie, bit of light. There we go. Good afternoon. Hi. Good afternoon here from a breezy but sunny and rainy Perth. It's a bit of everything today, one of those potluck type of days. How is it for you? Is it still boiling in the UK and in Europe in general? I've heard some horrific, well, some hot weather things going on there. Hopefully, you know, it's nice and early for you guys, so you've got the rest of the day to enjoy yourselves. Now, we should have lots of new people today because hopefully lots of students from the last weeks or months took the exam yesterday. I wonder how they went. I was looking at some Facebook, you know, some question, let's say questions from people, but I didn't really pick up any clues from anybody as yet. So let's greet a few people. We've got Mary here. So good afternoon. You must be around our area, Mary, or somewhere in Europe. Reza, hi darling, how are you? Didn't you take the exam yesterday? Now you can tell us how it went. Sanvi, hi, how are you? Keen, how are you? And Jane, lovely to have you. You're joking. Reza forgot her passport. You're joking. Oh my God. Oh no. So was it the 11th, I think, the next time? Oh well, more chance, Reza, to learn even more. So we've got LT, lovely to have you with us. Jobel, Aya, Puvanish. Yes, it must have been. Reza, that's a good lesson, everybody. Make a list, have a checklist. You've got all the things you need. It's all on there, on the website anyway. Plus, I know you'll send emails and all that sort of information. Now, I don't think Reza took the online exam. I know some people did. I know other people took the exam on Saturday and are actually going to do the OET at home afterwards. So it's going to be a bit of a while before we have some real feedback from the OET at home, because I know they need to correct both exams and of course correlate the results from oh, it was really easy. Oh no, Reza. Oh, apparently it was really easy. You must be kicking yourself. Francesca, lovely to have you. And everybody on YouTube, guys, there's lots and lots of people watching today on YouTube. Lovely to have us, have you to join us. Don't forget, for free, you can join in, join E2 language, and then join us on the webinar chat. You don't have to pay anything. It's just you have to be a member to be able to chat on our webinar, Zoom webinar chat. However, you can do it now. You can chat amongst yourselves on YouTube. Unfortunately, I won't be there to answer it really. So we've got Jewel. Hello to you. I hope we don't have one easy test. However, guys, look, I know what happens. There are, and I've heard Rebecca say many a time, if we got an easy exam, or, you know, they do move the pass mark. Yes, it is flexible. So if you've got a really tough exam, they do lower the mark. It's all very scientifically organized. You know, there's a big science about exams and things. So, but that's nice anyway. So Riza, lovely to have you from the Philippines. And Joanna, Suza, lovely to have you too. And Bento. I've got a neighbor here. She's from Norway and her name's Bento. That's very interesting. There we go. You don't hear that name often. Guys, we've got lots and lots of things to do today. But for those who are just joining or thinking of joining and are on YouTube, perfect opportunity. Now, this is a once in a lifetime. We've got till the Tuesday, midnight, but that's Australian, Eastern Australian time. 20% off end of financial year sale. Guys, super opportunity for a fantastic bargain. So think about it, tell your friends. As I said, if you're on YouTube now, join as soon as you've finished, or now as we're going on with the class. And this is all upgrades, which is super, and new packages. So perhaps you've had you've done the mini mock test, but you can upgrade then to a tutorial package, 20% off. That is the best deal we have ever had. So take advantage of it. Don't forget, we've got till Tuesday to do your E2 World 20-second video using your phone. If you go to the website or the promo area, you can see some that have already been made into a little bit of a longer video. Fascinating to see them, very interesting to see everybody. Get your chance. And another $10 voucher. So it's worth really thinking. You can upload it at that address, or you can upload it on Instagram or Facebook, or you can even just send it to help@E2 Language. Plenty of ways, you can do it. So let's go back to what we're up to. We're here about writing, guys. It seems to be, I think, probably one of the most challenging parts of the OET for lots and lots of people. We've got a very specialized writing feedback service. It's called Writing Intensive. It is 2 writing feedback tasks. What you do, you get the first, within 24 hours, you're going to get your result. Not only do we have high quality exam-like case notes, because case notes are important, the quality of them, but comprehensive score report and teacher feedback. And don't forget, Samantha and I, who mark all these things, we focus exclusively on OET. So it's not just your grammar mistakes and things like that. It's the whole package that makes the difference to a score. Look, many people can get a good score but have a few grammar mistakes. Same thing, you can have perfect grammar, be off the topic, full of irrelevant information, wrong tone and things like that. So many aspects. What we do, once you've got your result, every lower mark than say 3, so a 2 and a 1, will get a full explanation of what you didn't do and what you need to do. So it's well worth it. And of course, that is the same when you do your tutorials. What you do there, every tutorial package has a writing assessment included in it. And that's the sort of thing we do. You do your writing, we correct it, you get that full analysis. Now, during your tutorials, of course, we discuss very often your writing. We do speaking practice or reading and listening. It's your 45-minute session where you can get all the answers to your questions, and you can understand in a lot more detail than we can do on our live classes. Not that we do a bad job on the live classes, but that is your particular time. Okay, and of course, the brilliant mini mock test saved, I think, hopefully, a lot of people. The same type of analysis for your writing tasks, the same in-depth analysis and report for your speaking exam, plus oral. I mean, I always chat with the student after they've done it and talk about it then, but also it is analytically marked and with lots and lots of explanations about what to do. It can be what saves you and what opens your eyes in the test. So think about it, you've got reading and listening. And I've heard that the reading task C is working perfectly now. So buy that or upgrade, including it. For those who'll be taking the exam in about September, we should have the second mini mock test by then. So even if you've done the first one, you might want the week or 10 days before your exam to try another one. I think they're really in great value. I mean, if you get a tutorial package, it comes included. But if you bought that only and you want to update and get tutorial package also, all you do is just pay the difference. Plenty of things there, and you can find all about it here on your student page. So let's talk about our class today. What are we going to do? Well, we're going to test our English as we always do with our grammar. We're going to learn a method for completing the writing test. We're going to analyze the task as we do, select based on the task, and based, of course, more importantly than anything, on who we're writing to. We select those relevant case notes. We plan the writing, very important to make that little plan. We write the start of the letter, which is pretty standard, so get it right. Then today we're going to work with the other details paragraph, which is usually either the third or the fourth paragraph that you've got, depending. Okay, we're going to look at our model letter and we're going to check out more criteria and have a little bit of a quiz on it. Okay, so let's get going with our quiz. You want to do it, you can do it on your own piece of paper. I will be opening the chat line so everybody can put their answers into that. Okay, so let's have another last minute look. I do laugh. I've been with some beautiful friends of mine this morning. German, they speak magnificent English, but their tenses are terrible. They mix the simple present with the present continuous, and they mix the present perfect with the simple past. Yes, it's very funny listening to them and sort of interpreting and trying to help them. I always answer correctly, but they don't pick it up. Anyway, they're lovely people. It doesn't matter really. I can understand what they're talking about, and they can understand what they're talking about. They speak Japanese, Chinese, and German. So come on. Anyway, so let's get it right. You've got someone here telling you, and I want you to listen to me. So the simple present, it's for what we talk about a true statement or something that's a fact. Yes, Mr. Lin urgently requires your expert assistance. Another very important use for it is when we talk about something that is, let's say, something that we do frequently, something that is sort of a repetitive type of action, like I go to work every day. We don't say I'm going to work every day. No, I go to work every day. Or I sometimes, you know, have a holiday in my village. Okay, something like that, always simple present. And don't forget the verb have must be, unless it's a situation like I'm having dinner, I'm having a shower. Have, when we're talking about a state, like I possess something, I have a dog, can only be in the present simple or the simple past. It's not a continuous verb. Okay, now our present continuous, we talk about, again, if the names were right, I think it would be easy for everybody. Anyway, what is currently going on around this time, or what is happening at the time we're speaking. Here we've got Miss Adams is currently receiving some sort of treatment. So it's going on around this time. It's temporary, it's not forever. Okay, it's not a regular thing. Okay, Miss Adams receives medication, you know, once a week or whatever. Okay, the present perfect. I have done something. Miss Smith has been treated. It's passive voice, of course, because we've got the being, the verb to be in the present perfect, plus the treated with cold compression therapy. Okay, so this is something that's happened. We don't know when. We're not interested in when. We know that it's happened. Okay, we also use it when we've got something that perhaps started in the past and it's still going on now. I've lived in Perth, me, for 5 years, for example. Okay, so present perfect continuous. This is used when we have something that is repetitive in a way, and we want to make that emphasis. She's been undertaking therapy now or since last year or since January, something that's been happening. And we want to focus also on how long it's been going on or from when it started. Okay, don't forget in our key core skills on your student page, there's lots of work about grammar, and everybody has free access to E2 School, which goes through grammar and the verb tenses in a lot of detail. So you can find that out. You can really work on it so you feel confident, not only in your writing, but also in your speaking. Okay. The problem with grammar in the writing is if you write the wrong tense, okay, the issue there is that I, as a reader, can understand something different. As I say with my friends, I have to interpret each time they say to me. But if I took it exactly what they said, they would be giving me the wrong information. That's when it counts in your writing. The information can come out incorrectly. Also, of course, in your speaking, very important. Past simple, I did, I didn't. Mr. Jones was admitted to St. Andrews 2 weeks after his operation. Something that happened, it's finished, and we know when. When? 2 weeks after his operation. Okay. On admission, this happened. Okay, everybody? So let's have a go. We might have other things in our quiz, but that's the standard, the most common tenses we use. Now we've got the options there. You've got 45 seconds. I'm just going to quickly open the chat line. So anybody who would like to see, to put your answers, more than happy to read it. Now, let's have a look. That's working. No, it's not. Good. So Joanna just asked, how do we book a tutorial? So you can book the tutorials on your student page. However, it is a bit of luck. I mean, I'm in Perth. I'm available all day. Well, most days anyway. There's a couple of days I do some charity work, you know, and a bit of socializing also. But most of the day, from the morning till the evening, I'm available, let's say. That's Perth time. However, if you really want to have a tutorial with me, and I don't blame you, why not? You write to help@E2 Language and say, I would like to have a tutorial with Julie on this day. And they ask me, and you know, they'll tell you when you're available, or they can see when I'm available. Okay, everybody? Now, let's see how everybody went. Let's have a good Nelsa, Wing, lovely to have you. Ahmed, thank you. Aya, well done. Good. Oh, Jewel just put the tense. That's interesting. Ahmed, good on you. Okay. Thank you, Savani. Samvi, that's me. Samvi and Wing, well done. And Jane, good. Chewy, lovely to have you with us today. Oh, wow, fantastic. Philip, always organized, beautiful. Mary Lena, that's where I'm going to stop, Mary Lena. It's too difficult for me. And Dibalgun, thank you for your answers there. And Mary, Bento, and she. Lovely, fantastic, guys. I think most people have got it. So we are starting to see a growth in the number of under 12s who are presenting with flu-like symptoms. After start, we nearly always put the infinitive, started to do something. We do also say started doing something, but here we're starting to see. Okay. There was no way that the study could have predicted how widely the side effects would be experienced. Here we've got could have predicted. So in fact, this is in an infinitive, but it's called the perfect infinitive because it gives the idea of the past tense. Could have, would have, should have, as we say. Yes, such was the pain that Adele pleaded with the doctor to raise her dosage of morphine. Okay, so that's when she had the pain. Researchers have found that it is insomnia that causes patients the greatest distress rather than depression or muscle pain. There we go. Simple present, we're making a statement there. So good on you, everybody. Just have a quick look at all the last ones coming through. Francesca, well done. Isile, well done. Bento, step by step. Thank you very much, everybody. So that's our thing now. Let's move on to what the writing task requires us to do on a good day. Yeah, of course. So how do we go around it? We need to read and analyze that task. Don't forget, we've got those 5 minutes when we can't write So you need to read and read intensely, I would say. So we look at the task first. Then we read and analyze the case notes. I actually like to look at the discharge plan or the management plan also. But then we go through the story and we look at the things. And then we need to write a letter. It's going to be one of a referral or a discharge or a transfer letter, nothing else. Okay, so that 5-minute reading time. We need to determine in the task who we're writing to. All right, that's going to tell us the name of the person, but also their speciality. That makes a huge difference to the case notes that we're going to be choosing, and what action they should take. That also plays an important role. Then we read the case notes, we understand the key facts about the condition. They're very well organized with headings and subheadings as a guide, so use it. And then we identify, based on who we're writing to, the things that are needed to be done, let's say, and we choose the relevant information, and we decide also how relevant it is. Is it highly relevant, quite relevant, and of course irrelevant? We leave those behind. Then, as soon as we can pick up our pen, we've got to think about the plan. 3 to 5 short paragraphs. We need to write carefully. I would say not 3, ever 3, from 5 even to 6 paragraphs, but 5 is about the average. Each paragraph has one main idea when we do that. So that's why don't bulk it all together, spread it out nicely. That should take up to about 30 minutes and leave those 5 extra minutes to read over your work. Yes, make sure it's all right. Now, when reading, analyzing the task, the famous who are we writing to plays such an important role. What action they should take, what key information they need to take the action, and what prior knowledge, if any, do they have about our patient. Then we read the case notes to determine which ones are all relevant, which ones are repeated, well, we need to blend them together, okay, or talk about changes in that information, and which ones, of course, are not relevant and get left behind. We don't want to include those. So here we've got someone maybe might have seen this, our lovely Mrs. Amari, and let's have a go. Who are we writing to? What action do I want them to take? What does the reader need to know to be able to take that action? And does that reader already know anything about our patient? And if so, what? Okay, so 1 minute, just going to open my chat line and click that better. I will just pop that, tell you about that a second, Joanna. Just get this bit of work done, everybody. And we can talk about it in a second. Bento, careful. Remember, in English, the first name is the first name you come to, but we use the second name, the family name, and it's a miss. So just make sure, I know it's you're typing on the computer, make sure that, look, I haven't seen any answers yet. Come on, guys. I'll wait a few more seconds. Can anybody answer the question? Oh, thanks, Philip. Thanks, thanks, Sanvi. Well done. Okay. Just that quick answer from Joanna. She had a bit of a problem with her internet. Joanna, right in, you can book. As I said, I'm available most days, all day, even the weekends. Actually, now it's winter, don't tend to go so many places. But it's the day, say from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Perth time. So work that out in your time, and then if you're available at those times, book. It is a potluck if you book on the system. You might you might find me, to have a go at that first. And if, say, for example, you want a tutorial with me and I don't come up, write to help@e2language.com. I'll just put that in there, help@e2language. Oops. There we go. And okay, and you can ask them to change the hour you have to suit my program. They will know that. Okay, so don't give up. I'm available quite a lot, and I think that's really important. I'm always looking forward to seeing you guys much closer. Fantastic. All right, so Gibi, thank you very much for that. Yes, Ahmed, Keen, lovely. Philip, fantastic. And Jobel, interesting. There we go. So as all of you said, we're writing to the home care nurse. So this gives us an idea what's going on really. And her name is Miss Sharon Wilkins. Okay, so be careful. That is her first name that people call her. That is her family name, her surname. And what action do I want the reader to take? Well, she needs home care, of course, ongoing assistance at her home. Okay, what does the reader need to know? Well, the reader's going to need to know, well, why she came to you, for example, so the patient's current condition, the patient's needs post-discharge. Okay, so those sorts of things. And what does the reader already know? Absolutely nothing. It's a referral. They don't know. When it's a referral letter, they're not going to have any prior knowledge of that patient. That's why we're referring them. So case notes are coming up. What is relevant? Which ones are repeated and needed to be blended, let's say, and which ones are not relevant? Now, this is very important. And if you do a writing assessment or in the mini mock test or the writing intensive, you will see these things analyzed. So the content, key point, key information is included, no important details missing. In the conciseness criteria, no relevant information included. So that's why it's extremely important that you get that information correct. Now I'm going to give you a nice long 5 minutes. I've got the chat line open, looking forward to seeing your relevant case notes, your repeated ones. Okay, you can put them in lists, you can do it yourself online if you want. It's entirely up to you guys, entirely up to you. You know, I'm more than happy to see it on the chat line if you want to ask me anything. I'm here to answer those questions too at the same time. But work on that. Is it pretty average? It's not an awful lot of notes. It's not packed. But we've got to remember, we are writing to that home care nurse. So when she goes there or she employs somebody to go there, what information is important for them to know to be able to do their job accurately? Kirana, good evening from New Zealand, no doubt. Yes, lovely to have you with us. Oh, Brisbane. Okay, yeah. Definitely a couple of hours later than us here in Perth. So let's see. What are they going to need to know? Or what it's important for her. Don't forget, we're writing a letter, so we don't need every sort of bit. can always be found out, you know, by speaking to the person. That referral letter that's going to go with the first appointment needs to give her a very good idea about what's been going on and what is needed. People on YouTube, they can also pop some details into the chat there, share it with everybody else. Why not? I am looking at them, but I can't really comment on them. Just join up, guys. Join E2 Language as soon as we've finished. You've got absolutely nothing to lose. That's the great thing. You can join free classes online without paying. Oh, fantastic. Oh, Yardley, lovely to have you with us today. Diet Jewel. You see, as I said to you, it's always worth thinking about the management plan, because we need to give them background information about those sorts of things. I don't know if they need a lot about the diet, because they're not going to be feeding her. Right. The diet is, say, important because perhaps it's the way she's dealing with her issues. Oh, lovely. Okay, sometimes, yeah. Jibu, yay. What's that one? So, yes, about the sun, because of course that's an issue. Wing, yeah, I think a few too many details, a little bit. About the pull cord, I don't think that's very important. Yeah, don't even quite know really what it is, but anyway, that's her business. Okay, beautiful, Mary. Nice and clear. Now we're running out of time, everybody, so I think lots and lots of people have put in their things. I've read them all. Yeah, so let's have a look at what we've got. Now, there we have the relevant case notes. I'm going to bring up also, there's not too many ones that are repeated, okay, but things like her memory loss. So of course we've got her, you know, age details and about her, the admission and the discharge. Definitely the presenting complaint, because why did she come to our clinic with ankle pain? There we are. That it turns out the foot turns out on ambulation, ankle pain, it's chronic, it's a burning sensation. Also the fact that she has a general disorientation to time and place. The treatment, other past medical history. Okay, so about the vision, about her hypertension and her diabetes. And that's why you see it's connected with the medications and the fact that she self-administers and her son calls to remind her. That needs to be connected because she has mild memory loss suggestive of dementia. She can walk and transfer independently. There are no assistive devices in the house. She has a mobile phone with her at all times. And I said, I don't even care about that one. Another important thing, that she doesn't speak English. She shops independently. So as I said, food and all that's not really important because they're not asked to do anything about food, personal care, household chores. Ahmed's quite an important person because he's the interpreter. He's the source of information. and he's very involved. He runs errands for her and deals with her finance, which is important, I suppose, in my idea, because they do need to get paid. So I think that's important about our friend Ahmed. So remember, you've got to be flexible. You can't think of a plan of a writing that worked well another time. It doesn't work like that each time. It needs to change. So we're going to ignore all the beginning of this and work on the other details paragraph. But firstly, we're going to follow that outline and get the address and the beginning, the salutation, correct. Then we're going to work with our plan, decide how many paragraphs and what is going to go into each one. And then we're going to start writing. And while we write, we've got to think continually who we're writing to, checking that relevance and the importance, and leave a few minutes, of course, at the end to check our work, definitely. So let's have a go, everybody, with the, let's say, the address and all that stuff. But remember, the recipient's full name, so we've got the title, first name, family name, then their job title. Title here means, you know, like Miss whatever. Then the address, business name and things. Then we've got the date. You can put the date at the top if you want. And then we've got the re, which means like about or referring to this person or regarding this person. There's lots of different ways, but just means about this person. So we need the patient's title and their full name. Now, if you're given the age, you put the age. If you're given the date of birth, you're given the date of birth. That's what you put. If you're given the date of birth, you are not obliged to even consider working out how old they are. All right, it's for the reader to work that out. And then we've got dear. We use the same title as we had up here, but only the family name. And the family name always comes second. I know in a lot of countries you put the family name first and then the second name, but in English you're always going to get the family name, the second word from that word. Okay, and we have the from, so yours sincerely. Make sure you get it spelled correctly. So 90 seconds there, everybody. I'm just going to open that chat line. I'm looking at there. Good. Now, yeah, that's not really useful what you've done, to tell you the truth, because in fact, all you've done is copy pasted what's on the form. What I want everybody to be extremely careful about there is no punctuation in all the address. The first punctuation we're going to have is after the re or after the dear, depends where you put the re. Okay, so yeah, I mean, you've spelt it correctly, Aya, but I want to see it down in a line. Yeah, everybody who's doing it now, and no punctuation until the time is. Okay, Sue's done it across the road, across the line. No, it's okay. Oh, okay, I understand, Aya. All right, okay, I understand. Yeah. But remember, darling, no punctuation. Because if you do enter, I know there's a way. Yeah. Let me just write something. I understand, yeah. We're talking about, guys, those who do a nice long list, one after the other. How do you not, so we don't click enter, do we do tab? GB, how did you do that, my darling? Oh, there we are, look, Philip. So how did you manage to do that, Philip, which is magnificent? Help us, somebody. I used a notepad. Yeah, but how do you go down to the next line? If you do enter, you see it goes in. That's interesting. Oh, you typed it. That's cheating. Yes, we enter plus shift. Hmm. Oh, enter shift. Thank you. Guys, enter shift at the same time. So enter shift and it doesn't go. Thank you. All right, now we've got it. Enter shift synchronous, which means at the same time. Yes. Thank you. Oh, of course, the timer stopped. But at least we've got, so everybody who wants to do it in a line, which I want, apart from doing it, you know, somewhere else and then copy pasting it, enter shift at the same time. Amir, I hope that's what you, wow, great. Yes, Mary, is that what you did? Interesting. But look, we've learned something today. Thanks everybody for doing such a great job. Here we've got it, finally. So we've got Miss Sharon Wilkins, then her title, Home Care Nurse. Prestige Care is the name of the company that she works for, or whatever she owns. 393 Penny Lane, Tari. Okay, then we've got the date. As I said, we can have the date right at the very top. Then we've got Dear Miss Wilkins, comma. That's our first comma. Re Mrs. Aisha Amari, comma, 75 years old. Yours sincerely, comma, registered nurse. Now, don't forget, we don't need to repeat this in our first sentence. It's there, in our introduction sentence. It's a complete and utter waste of time and words. And then yours sincerely, and then your title, registered nurse. Okay, everybody. Oh, just a few more there. We have a quick look. 75-year-old. Look, 75-year-old Isilay isn't really okay because that is an adjective. So we need a 75-year-old woman. So no, 75 years old or aged 75. Can we put our name? Of course, if you want to put your name, Ryan, you can. Okay. Is it not its age? Yes, well, you can put age or you can put whatever. Okay, we'll see. There's different examples. Don't forget also Rebecca's examples and the ones on OET, the OET website. There's 3 writing tasks for everybody. So let's decide how many paragraphs and what's going to go into each one. This is as soon as we start planning, we can start writing. Life goes ahead. Okay, as I said, we're going to be jumping down. What is the additional information that this recipient needs? Other things that, let's say, are not exactly what the most important things, like the presenting complaint and other key issues. It's important things that she needs to know, but not number 1 importance. Okay, so let's have a go. Can I put 75-year-old woman? Definitely not, Jabel. No, absolutely not. It goes in the reline. And look, you know, to be safe, it's much better to do what the OET want. Yes, I'm just looking up there. Phoebe, I know you must put the test date, but will it not affect the date of discharge? No, it's all worked around that, Phoebe, darling. Yes, it's all worked around that. Okay. So we don't put a 70-year-old woman in our introductory line. Age 75 years, that's fine. You could put it underneath the re. We could have re, the lady's name, and then age underneath, or date of birth. Past medical history of medication she's using. Okay, you might think about that, Amir, about dedicating that paragraph to her past medical history. Yeah, as other information. I probably would have put that a little bit further up. smaller sort of bits and pieces. But look, you know, if you've worked out the other things and that's how you want to do it, that's fine. Definitely the mild memory loss is relevant. Oh, haven't we got, yes, mild memory loss, definitely. Because we've got the issue with her medication, the fact that she self-medicates, and the fact that we've got the story with Ahmed, who very kindly calls her to remind her to take her medication. The fact that she's not an English speaker, that she shops independently, okay, and that Ahmed is her carer, all right. Let's have a look, JK, good. Let's have a look what we've chosen. So we've got, of course, the patient details. Now, for our other private, they put all that sort of stuff, quite a lot really. She's a non-English speaker. She shops independently, that Ahmed is her interpreter and information source, that he's very involved, he runs errands and deals with her finance. The medication, Ahmed talks about that. Now that, for me, that could be more with her, you know, what's going, you know, with her diabetes and hypertension. Everybody's different. And that she can ambulate independently. She has a mobile phone with her all the time. And about the pull cord, which I don't think we even use. It's written there, but I don't think it's actually used in the final one. So there are planning notes. And let's write our other details. Useful language, in addition, take her medicine on her behalf, has so far done something. Someone asked me in the writing for doctors the other day if there was a list of this useful language. What we don't have a list, but what you could do, you could go and go to the past recordings, there's 10 altogether, of writing, and look each time, if you haven't attended all the live classes, look at them each time, and you can make your own list and think, okay, I could use that, but practice them in context. They're good having a whole list of, you know, phrases, but you don't know how to use them. But it could be a very clever and useful exercise to do. So make the list, but then write a sentence with them. Okay, same with vocabulary, really. Great vocab, put it in a sentence. It really stays in your mind and you can work with it much more efficiently. So here we've got all these things. We've got the rest of the letter. Okay, you can quickly see it very faintly, talking about the, you know, her, why she came in, what happened, and her other issues she has. I probably, as I said, I probably would have put the medication bits and bobs in that one, but that's me. As I said, it's all very flexible, but for the purpose of what we're doing today, here are our notes. And 5 minutes, I think, well, give you 5 minutes. Yep, I could. We're running okay as far as time goes today. I've got the chat line. It's not very clever. Where was it? Is starting. Yes, in the meantime. Yardley, no, that's a bit too formal, my darling. Look, I know we're writing to medical people, but this letter is being written far too formal for what we need. I'm writing to refer. So don't go over the board with formality. That's lovely, but okay, we're not really dealing with the introduction. But as far as it goes, I'm glad you did that, Yardley, because I've been able to pick you up on that over formal start. Yes, as Joanna said, the body of the letter, or Ryan, 180 to 200 words. Now that's the body, not the address and all that sort of stuff. So everybody, let's focus on how, and using the useful information if you can, how you can put together that information using the useful language into a really efficient sentence. Okay, 5 minutes, It's fine. Daniel just asked me on YouTube why the diabetes and the high blood pressure, hypertension is not relevant. It is actually, is that Thomas? No, whoever wrote that, forgotten already the name. Clever me, aren't I? But it is, but you'll see it's in an earlier paragraph, okay, which is a bit faint online, okay, but it is, of course, but not in the other detailed paragraph. Good question. It's a bit weird when we have to write the last paragraph. We haven't already written the earlier stuff. But anyway, we can't write the whole letter each time. Hiromi. Okay. And I discussed this the other day in the writing for doctors. Hiromi spent 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 words without really any meaning. It's important to know that. And we have to call her name, Mrs. Amari Hiromi. Now, in English, and I'm sure in lots of languages, the beginning of each paragraph, and Chu talk also, please note, that does not belong in the beginning of a paragraph. Why? The beginning of the paragraph has the key information. It's how a paragraph is constructed. Okay, so because you've got that information at the beginning of a paragraph, it's important. So we don't need to write, please note. It's important to note. It's at the beginning of the paragraph, and that is where the key information goes. So it's already important. A please note, or it's important to be a bit of a please note, would go further down in the paragraph to stand it out. All right, so you've got a paragraph and you want to point out something that might be forgotten, then you need the please note. But we don't use it at the beginning of a paragraph. All right, guys, you get it. I think it's very important that, because you're wasting words. And in fact, those first words at the beginning of your paragraph is giving you absolutely no information. Whereas that's where we look for important information. Not bad, Philip. Not bad. I've been reading them while I've been speaking, would you believe? Sethula, it's an interesting name. Yep. Okay. He is involved in it. Okay. All right, Philip, not bad. Sue. And requires her son to interpret. Okay, it's not bad. Yeah. Nice one. I like your use of although, Sue. And of course, in the addition. Not bad, everybody. Not bad at all. GB? Well, we've also already mentioned about the mild dementia, GB, so we don't really need to repeat that. Okay, it's already connected. Okay, Elizabeth. Nice. I wouldn't say in addition. You don't need that in addition there. All right. It's because it's another piece of information. Yeah. Don't forget using those linking words. It's got to be an addition to something else. But in a sentence, we can have a number of sentences. We don't need to put in additions and all those sorts of things because it's already there. Yeah. It's sometimes hard for me to explain it, but it's pretty logic what I'm saying, and I just want you to think about that. If we're adding some information, it's got to be connected. Just the fact that it's already in that paragraph itself means it's connected because it's part of the paragraph. Okay, but if you want to have something that's added to something very similar, then you can use the additions. Otherwise, you just state them in the paragraph. That's what paragraphs are for. Okay, fantastic. All right, good. Oh, Amir, and she uses, if you want to remember, is using what she's doing now. Uses is what she does normally. All right, she ambulates and uses the pull cord. Okay, can I use such as? For example, yeah, if necessary, yeah, for sure, if necessary. As I said, we don't need things that aren't necessary. And that's one of the things we talk about being concise. They don't want extra bits and pieces. Okay, yes, Wing, that's not bad. Oh, Chewy. Oh, hang on, Chewy, did I see yours? What happened to it? Oh, that's a long way. Nice one. Very nice, Chewy. Very, very well done. Perfect. I like it. Okay, guys, look, these are the things that we do. Oh, that's interesting. Chris Earl, Basco, darling. Furthermore, we do not need that at all. All right, we do not link things, especially using words like moreover, furthermore are out of the OET writing. Secondly, again, we don't need something like that at the beginning of a paragraph. We just state that Mrs. Amari is a non-English speaker. Okay, we don't need it there. Otherwise, that's not too bad. Rizwana, nice one, good, simple. I like, you understand, you've sort of filtered out all that. Now, Francesca, trying hard, and despite she is quite independent. Now, I know you want to use despite, but despite doesn't take she. Despite takes ing. Despite being. Now, Francesca, if you want to use despite or in spite of whatever, please look it up and see how it's used. Okay, it's a nice word to use. Okay. No, it's okay. It was okay, Philip. You just done it again. Commas are not a problem, but don't make long, long sentences. I like sentences. They need to be short, easily digestible. Okay, bento. Guys, we're taking too much time at the moment. Carissa, okay, lovely to have you today with us. Oopsie. Yes, you see, Ahmed is very involved in his mother's care and calls her every day to remind her to take her medication. In addition, she always brings her cellophane. No, it's not in addition to what was before. You understand? It's not in addition. Ahmed does that, and she does something else. We don't need it. It's not in addition to something. You've got to think carefully, guys. Is it in addition? Just state it one after the other. It's fine. If you can connect it with an although or a despite or a however, love it. But in addition, it takes the place of an and, really, at Northern. However, we don't need it always. Okay, so, don't think you're going to get better marks if you stick a whole lot of connectors there. Definitely not. Okay, now, okay. But it's a woman, Christina, all right? Good. Not bad otherwise. No, Omiena, no. Remember what I said, important to inform you that no, we don't need to put that at the beginning of a paragraph, because what is important goes at the beginning of a paragraph. So we just state Mrs. Amari is a non-English speaker. That is important. Why? Everybody should know by now, it's at the beginning of the paragraph. Okay, good. That's it, folks. I'm closing the door there. Look how they've done it. Yes. Okay, bit more finesse, but not necessarily it needs to be like that. A non-English speaker. Mrs. Amari always carries a mobile phone to contact her son Ahmed. He acts as her interpreter. Here we've got, in addition to reminding her to take her medicine and running errands on her behalf, because that is in addition to what Ahmed is already doing. You understand? It's about that. It's about Ahmed and the many things he does. She has so far been able to ambulate and live independently and has pull cords in her bedroom and bathroom. They put it there. Good. Yeah, it's one of those things that can come and go. Yes. Now, let's look at the whole letter, everybody. I'm writing to refer Mrs. Amari, who requires ongoing care, home care, due to her mobility issues. I probably would have put her. So, in our introduction, we've got the name, we've got the type of letter, we've got what she needs and why. Those 4 elements, that's what I like to call them. Make sure they're there. Mrs. Amari presented today with chronic pain and a burning sensation in her left ankle, which caused her foot to turn out when walking. Okay, ambulating, walking. She also appeared disoriented to time and place. She's now ready for discharge after treatment with mental health cream and paracetamol. Here we've got about her issues. Is hypertensive and a type 2 diabetic, for which she takes beta blockers and metformin. She has a degree of visual impairment and shows signs of possible dementia. Then we've got the other story. It would be, now this is quite a long request and very important actually. It would be greatly appreciated if you could provide Mrs. Amari with assistance twice a week for 3 hours each visit to help her with personal care and household chores. In addition, because we're in addition to what she wants us to do, please monitor her ankle and arrange the installation of assisted devices around her home. Okay, understand how in addition works there, works in the previous one, but not just stuck. Okay, to add 2 things together. No, 2 things that are not connected, just go close step by step. Look, we've got it here in all the sentences. Please do not hesitate to contact me with any queries. Yours sincerely. Guys, take a photo or a screen print and just have a quick look here. Yes, look, that paragraph we did, a non-English speaker, Mrs. Amari, that's very advanced. I mean, Mrs. Amari is a non-English speaker and therefore always carries a phone, but instead of just, can we write debilitating health issues? Yes, of course you can, Yardleys. That's the problem, because it's not only her health issues that we're worried about, really, isn't it? More than 2 ands in a sentence? Probably wouldn't, Sue, more than 2 ands in a sentence. I would probably think but that you need a second sentence. Okay, good. Good. May I know, in this case, is a referral from clinic to home care nurse? Is it okay to use she's now ready for discharge? Yes, you can. Yes, because we've stated it is a referral letter. All right. But you're saying that she's been with you. This is what you do. this is what's happened, and she's going home. It's giving Miss Wilkins the idea, oh, okay, she needs the care now. Okay, so that means she's going home. That's why we put it there. Okay, again, really not life and death, but it's not wrong that it's included. And you know, we've stated, Jubel, there I have been correcting this letter for the last 3 years. I have never seen the same letter twice. So there are many versions. So that is just one of many. But you can work on it, guys. My idea is tomorrow when this live class is recorded, go back to it, look at the notes, and look at the notes we collected, and have a go yourself. Don't look at the letter at the end. Have a go yourselves while it's fresh in your mind. Okay, now we're going to quickly look today at one of my favorite things, which is spelling. I do find quite a few spelling mistakes. I know sometimes it's because of the typing. It's permittable. We're not all perfect typists. And it's something a little bit difficult when you're stressed. So I want you to look at these commonly mistakenly spelt words. We've got a very interesting thing on our blog, 7 rules to improve your spelling. Now I'll put the link to the blog, or that's a link anyway. And I'm giving you 40 seconds to try and read them and remember visually, because spelling is all about the visual. Okay, visually, what they like. Okay, spelling depends on also the roots of the word, where they come from. There's lots of sorts of things. However, it's, for me, to be a good speller, it's all about the look. Okay. Make sure you know what they mean also. There we go. Are you ready for your test, everybody? Come on. For the quiz, I shouldn't say test. Now, choose the correct spelling and note the good reference. So I'm opening the chat line for everybody to have a go. Okay, now discharge wing is when they leave hospital or the clinic. Yes. Can we use words like owing to? Of course, you could. Yes, the date is always, well, the date of the exam. Usually the discharge date. Yes. All right, guys. So I'm ready. I hope you are all ready. Here is our list. Now, the group, like 1A. Remember we had enter shift. Oh, okay. If you want to make a nice long thing, or you can write it like Ariza did. Okay, we've got a razor and a razor. There we go, razor Preet. That's a difficult one. Even I can't spell it, but I'm a shocking speller anyway. Good. Although I should know better because I speak Greek and Italian, and that's most of the English words come from. Although guarantee certainly does nothing to be French, so I haven't got a clue. It's French. Oh, Sue, that is absolutely amazing. Well done. And LT done across the word. Okay, you can do that. Beautiful. Joanna, thank you. Priscilla, Venus, yep. Has anybody got down to 13? Oh, well done. Well done. And she, good. Another 15 seconds. Come on, everybody. Oh, carries it. Carries. Beautiful. There we go. Venus, nearly there. One more, last one to do. Yes, fantastic. All right, I'm going to bring up the results. Oh, Aya, that is absolutely amazing. And that's good practice, actually. Well done. Well done. Fantastic. Yeah, it's good practice to write them. It makes all the difference. So we've got the answers are all going to pop up together. Yes. So we've got the guarantee. Yes, guarantee. Accommodate here, guys. Double C, double M. Remember, well, it's also accommodation is uncountable, one of those words. Installation, double L. Okay. Then we've got achieve. Tricky one. Okay. We always say in English, I before E, except after C. Well, it's after H anyway. I before E. Write, of course, no E because we lose that, writing. Definite, I and I. Vaccinate, a Latin word or Italian word with two C's. Conscious, that's a tricky one, isn't it? The C-I-O-U-S, quite a common sound in English. Okay, but it's con with an S and then a C. Hygiene, okay, from the Greek year, okay. Yeah. Presence, SC. Relevant, that's a tricky one too. Lots of people think it's relevant because it's the way we say it. You see, that's the problem with English. You say one thing, you write something else. And then we've got installation with an A from the word install. We had today the assistive devices. Okay, now, as well as all that, I'm just going to pop into the, well done everybody, amazing. I'm just going to pop it in. Oh, I've lost it. I had, there we are, some links that you might be interested in. Dibagulu. Oh, you must be Turkish. Yay. Any, oh, okay, you're not, no, I see the whole name now. Everything seems to be going fine with the exam in July. Everything seems to be going. Ah, okay, Jay. Ah, all right. Now, I've just put up there to everybody. I hope you can all see it. I'll do that again with all the attendees. Hope everybody can see that. Some links. We've got them on that page there about the E2 World, the upload, about our blog. There's the importance of taking one-to-one tutorials and the 7 deadly sins of OET writing. Yes, I think I might better read that and put some of my own in there. Yes, that AS is not allowed. That as, no, it's fine. We use it all the time. Like, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Yardley, as. Something of a sentence. She didn't go to see the doctor as she was very busy. It's like, because, no. It would be appreciated. Bento would go, may I tap like this? Yes, but it would be appreciated goes down in the final paragraph, don't forget, in your request. Good. Now, yeah, don't worry about little words, guys. Moreover, furthermore. I was listening to the very interesting discussion with Rebecca the other day that she does just before the exam, and I always learn something. She said, do not write a known case of diabetes. She has diabetes, who has a history of diabetes, was okay. And she didn't want people to write BD for twice daily. Okay, yep, that was interesting. Now, a few different podcasts there, Science Daily for reading on science topic, and it's help, I must change that every time I meant to, help@e2language.com for any information about signing up upgrading, organizing the tutor you want to have. So it's help@e2language.com. Someone in, can I have extra toilets in this? How can, look, old letters, you can't, the only way you can look at old letters and the samples would be from the recorded classes, everybody. Okay. Oopsie, just quickly look at someone here. Jay, if I upgrade my account to writing package, can I still access some of the categories like reading, listening, etc.? Or is it only, of course you can. You can get access to everything. Once you are a member of E2 Language, definitely you can do all that. The writing package is something extra. So if you're going to upgrade, guys, till Tuesday, let me just put that up again. There we go. Oopsie, there we go. End of year financial sale. I love it because we have the end of the financial year in Australia at the end of June, different to other countries. Of course you can, Jay, definitely. Twice a day. That's right. Yes. Instead of BD. She didn't like BD. That's on the, Rebecca has that discussion every, the week before the exam, every exam on the OET YouTube, Facebook page. Very, very interesting. She shares it on Facebook. I always watch it. You don't have to watch it live. You can watch it recorded. It is there. So anybody that uses Facebook or doesn't even use it, you can still go on it and go to the official OET page, and there's lots of things. So we've got the E2 OET Facebook page, full of great ideas and things. That was actually the sale was on there. That's why I'd seen it myself. I saw it first from there. So there we are. Joanna, I'm really happy to see you there. So guys, that's it for today. I think we've done a lot. Don't forget your mini mock test if you've got one, or buy the package with it included, and you get even the one with the one tutorial, well worth it, the bronze. You get one tutorial, one writing assessment, plus the mini mock test included. Good little package. Or the silver or the gold. It all depends on your pocket, everybody. Jobel, you need 4 Bs. I think in the UK now, they are accepting a C+ in writing as well as in Ireland. Okay, it depends on where you want to go. So everybody, thanks for working so hard today. I'm really amazed at all the effort everybody put into it. And for those who it's a lovely sunny morning in Europe, enjoy your Sunday. You've done your work today. Out you go, enjoy the sunshine, down to the beach, down to the park, to the pool, and really enjoy summer. It doesn't last long, and it is the weekend. For those who are working, keep safe, because I know there's still a lot going on. Thank you, Wing. Thank you. And God bless to all of you too out there. Okay. Yes. Love it. And I'll see you on Wednesday, of course, for our speaking class. Yes, if not before, but I won't in a live class. In a tutorial, I might see a few people there. Bye, everybody. Enjoy your weekend, what's left of it.